Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's me, Aaron Collins, and this is another rendition of me addressing worldly issues in a godly way. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's in their right mind. Hope everyone's in their right health. One of the things to healing, especially after someone having hurt feelings or being bitter, is talking it out. It's talking about what issues you had in the first place. Just getting it all out in the air, getting it all out in the open. Recently, I happened to see a clip of it. Jeanette, Hubert, Whitten, and Will Smith finally aired out their differences, and they talked about it. This was during the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion show, and Jeanette Whitten, a lot of you all don't know, but Jeanette Whitten played the original Aunt Viv on the show, also known as the dark-skinned Aunt Viv. Either way, she was the original Aunt Viv, and she was actually the one that I preferred the most. She was, to me, the realer Aunt Viv, the more down-to-earth Aunt Viv, and that's not to throw shade at Daphne Maxwell Reid, the actress who later on replaced her, and was also known as the light-skinned Aunt Viv. Basically, the things that they were able to hash out and talk about was what led to Jeanette's firing from the show. And one of the things that she mentioned is that how she felt like she was vilified, how she was made to be the bad guy out of everything that was going on. And yeah, I've heard different accounts of what really happened and different things. But one of the things, though, that Will even spoke of himself, he said he was younger then and a little bit more cockier and arrogant. And bottom line, it was just basically some bad timing, some bad things. And the way I look at it, it was probably just a misunderstanding on both their part. But back then, Will Smith was really just coming into his own as an actor, as a rapper, and maybe he was a bit more cockier, more can't no one touch me. He was at that age where he was invincible. He felt like he was invincible, and that he was above the world. Jeanette Hubert Whitten, on the other hand, she comes from a background of experience, particularly in the theater circuit, and as well as being on stage, and she's also an accomplished singer. And I think she came to the point where she felt like she needed to be the one in charge, that since she was more experienced in that particular area, that people should listen to her. But one thing led to another, and the two clashed, and she wound up being let go. And she said that because of that her world pretty much unraveled and everything fell apart. She lost everything. She couldn't get roles. She was practically darn near homeless. And it was just it was a lot of bitterness and anger over the years, over decades. We will see Jeanette even resurface again, even during a couple years ago during the Oscar, what's the Oscar campaign, Oscar So White. She resurfaced even then, where she called out Will and Jada because of the stance they took against the Academy Awards. She felt that he was being hypocritical and not addressing what happened to them some decades before. But either ways, I'm glad that they were able to come out. I'm glad they were able to talk about it. I'm glad that they were able to air out their differences and even hug and make up. And I think stuff like this is important, particularly with us as black people, because we live in a society where there is a vested interest in our disunity and in our dysfunction toward one another. We have so many issues going on with white supremacy and with systemic racism, but the fact that they were able to come out together and hash out their differences, that means a lot. And particularly even in the industry that they're part of, the entertainment industry, Jeanette Hubert hashed on some very important points. How she, being a dark-skinned black woman, that how certain things she considered would be like the kiss of death, like saying that because she's a black woman that she's difficult to work with. And that's something that has always been That is an attribute that has always been associated with black women for so long, and it's just it's like a jacket that you want to take off but can't. And because of that, it's like been a great big target on their backs. But I'm so glad to see that she's been able to bounce back, and I would like to see more Jeanette Whitten in the future productions. I would like to even see her and Will collaborate on some stuff. Jeanette Whitten, to me, like, I called her the original Aunt Viv, and she's also, to me, the realest Aunt Viv, because she sets a tone, and she has that stigma where it's like she's really down to earth. To me, she represents the every black woman. Once again, I'm not throwing shade at Daphne Reid, because Daphne Maxwell Reid is also legendary in her own right. But there's something about Jeanette Hubert Whitten that strikes a tone that she's the type of woman that you would see next door, the type of woman that you would see in the proverbial hood walking down the street. She puts me as that type of individual. In other words, to me, she's more relatable. And the character, she brought a certain sassiness to the character, as well as a realness. Like in the episode where she was trying to connect Will and Carlton with their black heritage in that particular episode. And when you look at the Fresh Prince, yeah, it was called the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was based loosely on the life of Will Smith, and maybe some things were exaggerated. But the point is that the character of Aunt Viv brought like a balance to the show. It brought a wholeness, where it brought a seriousness of black women as well as a realness. And to me, that's important. I mean, in the society where black women and black men are constantly being vilified and demonized, it is important that we can hash out these differences. So now maybe what they did, what Will and Janet did, could be a reflection of us as a whole community. And maybe we could all come together and reconcile and make up and hug. Because black women do need to be nurtured. Black women need to be coddled. Black women need to be looked at as being feminine, because black women are feminine. We live in a society today where black women are constantly being known as masculine and being treated as if they're these neck rolling, eye rolling, twirling, finger snapping miscreants that have nothing else better to do. Nothing could be further from the truth. If black women are angry, they have a reason to be. Look at where we live. Look at the society that we live in. I've stated time and time again that we live in a system of white supremacy that is systemic, and that is, they have a constant and concurrent vested interest in seeing our total destruction. There have always been movements, there have always been accounts to divide black women and black men against each other. It's been going on since the days of Jim Crow and Willie Lynch. And this is a stigma that we constantly must break. We have to break this. So kudos to both Jeanette Hubert Whitten and Will Smith. And I hope the healing continues to even get stronger and get even bigger, and let it serve as an example and a reminder that there is hope for our community. So anyway, everybody, get in the comments. Let me know what you think. How do you feel about this situation? Do you think that it was too late? Do you think it was right in time? Me personally, I think this comes at right in time, particularly at what's going on now in the nation. So yeah, get in the comments. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I drop more videos. Support the channel. Share this video too. Support the channel at paypal.me/RealAaronCollins, as well as patreon.com/RealAaronCollins. Cash App is coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Can't think of nothing else. right now. Anyway, everyone, just want you all to know that I appreciate you all for constantly looking and watching me and seeing what I have to say, seeing how I feel about things, and only together we can grow. And I want us to grow, and I want us to get better and stronger as a people. So with that said, everyone, God loves you. I love you. Let's do life. See you in the next video.